I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. Rose?
Okay, pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting was given in the annual meeting notice, which was given to the record, News Herald, the Office of the County Clerk, and posted on the PCCC website and bulletin boards on November 28th, 2023.
Deputy roll call.
Alumni Rep Brahman. Trustee Octor.
Yes, here.
Trustee Drakeford. Trustee Glovin. Trustee Diodene.
Sandra tells me she's at a gamer. One of the schools 100 years old. Yeah. She just had.
Did you all hear me?
Yes,
Now we hear you.
now we hear you.
You're present.
Thank
Thank you. Trustee Moody. Trustee Nutter. Trustee Poe.
Present.
Trustee Ramirez. Trustee Smith. Here. Vice Chair Tanis. Present. Chairman Marco.
Present. Okay, thank you. Okay, consideration of the minutes of the Board of Trustee meeting, May 21st, 2024. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, may I have a motion on resolution number 1, approval of the May 21st, 2024 minutes? So moved. Second. Aaron. Okay, second by Barbara. Okay, roll call.
Trustee Octor.
Yes,
Trustee Diodene.
Yes.
Trustee Poe.
Is this for the minutes or, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what we're voting on.
Minutes.
Abstain.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Vice Chair Tanis.
Yes.
Chairman Marco.
Yes. Okay. Next order of business, Dr. Rhodes.
Okay.
You're up.
So I was fortunate enough to get invited to this group's staff meeting a couple of weeks ago. And they put on such an impressive presentation for me. I said, would you be willing to redo this presentation at the board meeting this month? You know, I thought I knew everything that they were doing. And they just blew me away with what they do. So as you know, we have an Office of Continuing Education and Workforce Development at the college, and they, you know, handle everything that the people on the normal side of the college, the credit side, they're much more entrepreneurial, and they just are doing great things. And I thought this would be great for you to get to meet them and get to hear a little about what they're doing. So I don't know who's kicking it off.
Good evening. Thank you for having us. My name is Janet Albert. I'm the Dean of Continuing Education and Workforce Development. I know you went through middle stage with us and read all those documents and plans and strategic priorities. So we're here tonight to bring a little life to all that information. We're going to tell you specifically how we live those strategic priorities, how we work through them every day in our programs. So there are 12 of us. But don't worry, we're gonna be quick. We are a team. We've done this before. So on that note, take it away, Renee.
Hello, I'm Renee Griggs. I'm the Associate Director for the Continuing Education Department. As Dr. Rose mentioned, he said he knows what we do, but he didn't know like the wealth of what we do. And we were hearing that a few years ago from externally and internally. So what we decided to do was to really start to define who we are as a unit of the college and sort of really just define who we are. So we know that we wanted to start with a mission. We know that the college has a mission, but as a revenue generating entity of the college, we wanted to establish a mission for ourselves and for others to know. So we started with developing a mission statement. We looked at what the college's mission statement was, and we wanted to align what we do on a day-to-day basis along with what the college's mission was. So we came up with the Center for Continuing Education's mission was to meet the needs of the students, our community partners, and providing quality, affordable, innovative classes and workshops, working with our community partners. And the goal is really to increase the competitiveness for our population, right? So you know, if you're competitive, you're able to keep employment and, you know, help your family helps your community. And then we wanted to say, what else do we want to do? It's not just what we do on a day-to-day basis, but aspirationally, what do we want to do? And it's more than just training. It's more than just workforce development. It is really the goal for us to be the premier trainer for Passaic County. I mean, competition is good, but we want the largest market share, right? So that's what our aspirational goal is in our vision statement. So we just kind of wanted to, you know, compare what the college's mission is, and just so you can see that there is an alignment. So when we looked at what our mission statement was and what our vision statement is, it's like, how do we get to that? So in order to do that, we said, let's take a look at a SWOT analysis. So where are we as a department? So we did a SWOT analysis. So what are our strengths, our weaknesses, our opportunities, and our threats? So they're listed here, but you know, there's just some key things. So we know that one of our strengths is our staff. We have a diverse staff, and we have a truly, truly committed staff. Our weakness is we have financial limitations, right? So that happens. And then we were strategy light. We've been around for a long time. A lot of the programs we're running, we've been running for a long time. So they kind of run themselves. But what happens when there's a pandemic, right? So we have to start to plan. So we wanted to, you know, take a look at strategy. And this was part of the strategy. Opportunities we have are collaborations. We have some great community partners, and we need to maximize those partnerships. We also have great relationships internally. And so then Janet's one of the things Janet's always talking about is what's happening in the college as well. So we need to collaborate within the college. And then the threats, you know, we can't control what happens when it comes to the threats of competitors and economic influences and stuff, but there are some things that we can do, we can address in terms of the stigma that we know that happens with the community college. And then that stigma is even more of a stigma when it comes to continuing education. So we wanted to look at that and address that along with innovation. So what I did want to say, lastly, with our department, we realize that we are a revenue generating entity, so that makes us, I know this is a school, but that makes us a business. And sometimes when you talk about education and business, people kind of get like a little offended because it's all about education. But we're a revenue generating entity, so it is business. And our product and our service are the programs that we run. It's the continuing education. And so we have to keep that in mind. So we wanted to be more strategic so that we can sustain our commitment to the college in terms of sticking around for a really long time.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Winston Ceballos. I'm the Director of Adult Education at the college, and I believe I just seen the audience. I'm the third longest employee here right now after President Rosa and Dr. Kanivi. I've been here at the college in September 26 years, 27 as a student also, so I'm excited to be here. I've been in different places at the college, and now as in my capacity in adult education, I will explain to you what we do. I'm not supposed to kick in some facts, so I always will interfere to give you some numbers because that's very important to us, what we do. But right now, I'm going to talk to you about what we did this year about the program review. It was a very exciting year for us because we did not only do self-study for middle states, we also did 4 grand visitations of the county plus our program review. So as you know, each department every 5 years to do a program review. And basically what it is we go and check our strategic planning and institutional effectiveness and counterpart that with what the college does. So basically we have to enhance our quality, to enhance our student experience quality as a college. And we did that. It was a process of around 8 months that we have done. And don't worry, I can move it, guys. So basically, first, we assess what we do as a department. we gluing to ourselves and do that assessment ourselves and see how we do it. We collect and analyze the data that we have, and we go out to our partners within the college and outside the college to tell us what we're doing, how we're doing, and we're doing a good job. Then we complete the program review, we did in March. We invite an external reviewer that came from one day, discuss with us as a department and also our students, our community partners to see if what we're doing is what we say we're doing. And finally now, during the summer, we're gonna get the report from the reviewer and we're gonna do an action plan to see if anything that we need to improve or fix into it. So some of the outcomes that we got after doing our program review is, of course, our staff is our greatest strength. We got excellent staff that knows inside out of continuing it. I think I'm one of the youngest, youngest staff in CE. I just joined CE in 2021. So the knowledge that we have within our staff is great. We want to leverage technology to enhance how we deliver our programs. We need to make sure we are delivering what we need, what the community needs, but with that, we need technology to help us out, to develop stronger communities and industry partnership, to continue to improve what our curriculum for the needs in our community. We run programs everywhere, all 4 campuses, 4 days, 7 days a week. Weird times, you don't even know how we do that. And we do in-person, remote, hybrid, whatever you can think of, we do as a continuing education department. And one of the reasons that I was asked, the president told me that Friday afternoon, when he asked me to join CE, we need to create better partnership with the credit side programs. We need to enhance the partnership that we have with our credit side in order to expand academic and career opportunities within CE. And I'm not gonna spend too much time because you all know our PCC strategic priorities, but just something that we always look into as a CE. First thing, we need to increase student completion, community engagement and partnerships, innovate our academics progress to meet the current needs of our community, enrich the student experience and also the college sustainability. As you can see, I was an ESL student here. I came to the country for 6 months to learn the language. It looked like I never learned because I'm still here. It's true story. And believe it or not, I got to the US August 1996, August 10, 1996, August 27, I was enrolled at PCCC.
Wow.
That same year. And with that, Anna, open the room.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anna Tabone. I am the program coordinator for open enrollment. So just as Renee had mentioned, open enrollment addresses CE's mission, which is to increase the competitive edge for all, which also aligns with PCCC's strategic priority, which is to provide innovative academic programs for students, employers, and the community. So the student enrollment for FY 23 was 431. In FY 24, it slightly decreased to 298. And the goal for FY 25 is to just get the numbers back up to what they were last year. The number of class sections for FY 23 was 83, for FY 24 was 98, and for FY 25, we're aiming for 90 to 95. Revenue for FY 23 was roughly 126,000. For FY 24, 210,000, and we are aiming for 215,000 for FY 25. A takeaway is lower student enrollment does not equate less revenue, as we see. A goal for FY 25 is to increase student enrollment by 30%. And the strategy is focused research to determine the targeted audience and the needs and interests.
So what kind of classes are open enrollment?
We had fire official, fire inspector, we have GED prep, we have T's,
Real estate.
yes, real estate.
Real estate. We have phlebotomy, we have EKG, we have pharmacy technician.
And too many to name.
Yeah, cannabis.
That gives you an idea.
Yes, yes. Yes, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is William McCormick. I'm a program coordinator with Workplace Learning. Jan Cahugo and I, she's another program coordinator. We communicate with businesses and organizations and schedule grant-funded classes within these organizations. Our mission in Workplace Learning aligns perfectly with the third strategy, which is provide innovative academic programs and training that meets current and future needs of students, employers, and the community. Some important data that I have here is for fiscal year 2023, we had 389 student enrollment. For fiscal year 2024, it increased to 737 students. And our projection for fiscal year 2025 is 960. The number of class sections for 2023 was 41. Fiscal year 2024 is 62. And our projection for fiscal year 2025 is 80. The number of active employers that are clients in fiscal year 2023 were 24. It increased to 30 in 2023 was 24. In 2024 was 30, and our projection for 2025 is 40. Annual revenue for fiscal year 2023 was 70K. Fiscal year 2024, 136,000, and our projection for fiscal year 2025 is 180,000. The takeaways are overall enrollment has increased year over year, which we're very excited about and inspired. Our goal for 2025 is to increase enrollment by 30%, increase class sections by 29%, and revenue by 32%, excuse me. Our strategy to get to this goal is that we're developing program-specific marketing campaigns to increase revenue. So thank you. And some of our classes.
Or somebody or employers.
Our employers.
Sure.
St. Mary's Hospital, St. Joseph's Hospital, Enterprise Car Rental. Driscoll Foods just came on board with us. They're a big food distributor over in Wayne. Ciba Vida in Totowa just came on board with us. Four C's, St. Paul's. And our courses that we have, if you don't mind me saying, is emotional intelligence, teamwork, leadership, effective communications. We also have some other courses as well in the soft skills. As far as Microsoft courses, we have Excel levels 1, 2, and 3, Word levels 1 and 2, PowerPoint levels 1 and 2, and ESL levels 1, 2, and 3. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rukhsana Suphan, and I'm a success coach for 2 federal grants at the Continuing Education Department. Both grants offer quality, affordable, and innovative courses. The first grant I'd like to talk about is the Scaling Apprenticeship Grant. This grant started with the pandemic, so we faced many challenges, including the fact that I am the only dedicated grant staff member here at PCCC. But despite the challenges, we have achieved quite a lot on this grant. PCCC developed the EMT apprenticeship curriculum for the consortium. We were also the first college in the consortium to train an EMT apprentice. We also have the most successful phlebotomy technician program in the consortium. And one quick story to sum up how this grant works would be, we connected one of our EMT students to our employer partner at On Time Ambulance. He was initially hired as an ambulance vehicle operator. Within 2 weeks, he got certified as an EMT. He received a promotion immediately with a pay increase. It's been over 2 years. He's still employed at On Time Ambulance, and he already received a certificate from the Office of Apprenticeship at the Department of Labor. The next grant I'd like to talk about is the Fast Track Solar Certificate Program. And again, this grant also offers innovative, quality, and affordable program. So these grants, we started offering classes in November of last year. Currently, we are running our 6th cohort for this program, excuse me. And we train entry-level solar energy professionals. This program includes 3 major components, including OSHA 10, Solar for Math, and PV. So far, we had 6 students who have successfully completed all 3 components. Some of the services our students receive include career readiness and individual coaching. Our team is continuing to work together to make this grant a success like that. Thank you. Any questions? All right, thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jason McCombs. I'm the Director of Fire and EMS at the Public Safety Academy, the Wayne campus. On behalf of Scott Van Bolen and Mike Michael, who cannot be here tonight, thank you guys for having us here. This is a great opportunity for us to be able to explain what we do. So in the fire side, for our strategic initiatives or our strategic priority, we want to provide an innovative, which is our big thing, is our innovative academic programs. We are trying to move our training to more technology based. It is almost impossible to do real live fire training and EMS training without having to burn somebody's house down. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So right now we have a burn building that's 22 years old, 23 years old. It's still holding its own. We've had some upgrades to it. We have to do some major upgrades to it coming this year. But we're also looking at a new simulated, it's called a smart Class A building. This building is the newest technology for Class A and Class B burning, which allows quicker relight times, movable walls, a whole bunch of new technology that's inside this building. Once it's up and running, we'll get everybody up there. We'll get some turnout gear on everybody, and we'll run you through the building. But the reason why we're trying all this new technology is we're starting to notice that the fire service was heavily relied upon by volunteers. And in the last 5 to 10 years, it's starting to drift off. Volunteers, I was volunteer my whole life since I'm 16 years old. I got a job, I got married, I had kids. The volunteer time is dwindling away from me. I can't be there as much. I have to work 2 jobs to pay my mortgage and my taxes. So that's the way it goes, and that's the way the fire service is going. So a lot of towns are starting to rely on career firefighters and career EMTs. So we developed a career program back in 2019. We did a test run with Patterson with 30 recruits. And it went off perfect. We had a physical training program, all career instructors, which was a little bit more of an advanced training, more military type training, more military type discipline. We have a lead instructor who is, if you meet him, you'll see right away how he reacts. And then on that side, COVID hit. It kind of took us down a little bit for 2020, as Mike knows. We had some issues with COVID and teaching people hands-on. So after COVID, we went back into it. The classrooms actually, the Civil Service Commission actually slowed down hiring. So that dropped our enrollment back down on 22 and 23. 24, we're back up. Fiscal year 25, we're looking at another 40 to 60 recruits from all major cities, including Jersey City, Hoboken, Newark, Patterson, Passaic, Clifton. All major cities from around the area are looking to use our career program because it's becoming established and well developed. On that side, the fire side, I'm also speaking on the EMS side. Same thing. Volunteerism is really down. So the volunteer squads are turning into paid squads, and that's the same thing. We're pushing to take our EMS program and make that more simulated as much as we can. Scott Van Bolen has been working great with Janet and the team over there. We purchased a few life-size mannequins that are basically, it's a human being, but it's almost like a robot. It does everything from breathe, scream, yell. You can take blood pressures on it. You can feel the pulse. Everything that you would think an emergency responder would fall into as an incident, that mannequin will do. And then on top of that, we're looking at a simulator for an ambulance that is basically the back of an ambulance. It's going to go into one of our classrooms, and we're going to turn that classroom into our simulator room with the driver training simulator, the life-size mannequins, the ambulance simulator, and hopefully we can, move our training into the next level of technology. So thank you. Any questions? Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Douglas Ramirez. I'm the ESL Program Coordinator, and I've been in this role for 3 years. I'm also a firefighter. virtual firefighter. When I started this role 3 years ago, the two people that were gonna help me, decided to get pregnant at the same time. And they left at the same time, so we went through all these different challenges by ourselves. And we're not sure where we were gonna go, but it was an opportunity for us to make changes, right? So we started running 43 courses. Cancellation rate was 28%, which is pretty high. But this is post-pandemic. And then the second year, we went from 43 to 54 courses, cancellation rate 9%. This year, we exploded. And we talk about sustainability, we've done it. 74 courses, only 2% cancellation rate. We have grown in 3 years, 317%. I won't talk about numbers because then I'll get punished, but you get the idea. And it's been an incredible journey, and we've done many things. To take away that, how do we get to this point? One of the things that we were not really registering is the fact that students were coming to register, but a lot of the classes were closed. So a little thing that we did, a waiting list to call the students to come back whenever the students that didn't pay, we could replace them. Not only that, but we could also form other classes as well. Just a little thing, that's it. And we went from 221 students to 958 within 3 years. One of the things that we want to do as a department, increase student satisfaction, because we want students to say, I want to go to Passaic County Community College. When you do that, you don't need advertisement, because students are talking, it's a community, they're talking among themselves, and we're gonna get them, plus we have added other courses. We're doing computers for ESL students, we're doing medical terminology for ESL students, conversational classes. So by the time they get to the credit side, they're not mute anymore, because they know how to write, but they don't speak, but now they're doing it. So we've done a lot of things in 3 years. The devil's is in the details, so it's been an incredible journey. I've been here for 17 years, and this is my 3rd year running this department. Thank you.
And I won't get in trouble if I give you numbers. Fiscal year 21, 289 students. This year, and still not finished, 991 as of May 30, including the grant courses, 1,227 students.
Let me just add before, so this is an example. So you see it said beginning ESL classes. So what we never, for years, we've had an English as a second language program on our credit side forever, since the college was founded. And we found that many of the students who entered into our beginning level courses were not being successful. It was, those on the credit side, those courses are limited to meet for 3 credit courses, meets 2 hours and 40 minutes a week. Students were using up their financial aid. It was taking them more than one chance to pass a class. And what we did was we created this very successful program with the idea that we don't have some of the limitations that we have on the credit side. This has been a very successful program. And then many of these students join our college ESL program on the credit side. And we are finding that now they are successful when they're entering that program. So it's a real success story.
How do I
Please.
follow that?
Right ahead.
My name is Anna Hernandez, and I am the Assistant Director of Work First New Jersey. It is a grant that the college has, where students who are receiving public assistance come to us to improve their grades or their reading and math levels, or obtain a high school diploma. So they are mandated to attend our program. It's a Monday through Friday program, all day long. And a year ago, we had 4 students. We were not full, we were worried. And I can tell you now, we are at full capacity now with the waiting list. When I say full capacity, we're talking 15 students in the high school section and 15 students in the intensive math. We, in this past year and a half that I have been there, we have 9 high school graduates. And we have 5 that are one test away. Some are testing this week and next week. So we are pushing them along as quickly as we can. But besides the academic part, we also try to think of the person as a whole. What else is affecting them? What are the emotions they're going through? We have clients who are homeless, recovering addicts, people who are going through a lot of emotional situations. So we try to provide that support and make the classroom a place that they want to come to every day. We provide solutions for other items. We had a family who had no furniture. They just left the shelter. I made a connection with Families for Families. They literally took them in an Uber to this warehouse, pick out whatever you want, and then they deliver the items to their apartment. They were like, thanks to you, I was able to get this. So it's these partnerships that we are trying to connect. So besides my 8 high school graduates, we have 1 student who actually went into the EMT program. She took her certification a day ago, but didn't pass, but she's like 60, 70 points away. She's right there. So I'm pretty sure she'll get it the next time. Our graduation, if anyone is interested, will be held at Patterson Museum. We actually did a class visit. I didn't know, many of our students didn't know how important Patterson was during the Industrial Revolution. So we made sure we visited the museum and they offered to host our little graduation. So next Tuesday, if anyone's around, it's 11 a.m. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cameron. I run the Youth Rise program up at the Wanacue location, but we also have a location down in Passaic. We are 2 different programs. We are the same organization. We run our programs a little bit differently. My program is a 4-day program from Monday to Thursday. It allows our students to have that Friday, to have jobs, to be able to go make those appointments they need for medical reasons. Either they're gonna get a haircut, whatever they want to do. But our sister partner is down in Passaic. They run Monday through Friday, and they're a hybrid. So I believe they are Tuesday, Wednesday, I think hybrid, and the rest are in person. When I took over the program back in 2022, I had 4 students. Our biggest issue was transportation. How do we get people from Passaic, Clifton, Patterson, Upper Wanacue, Ringwood, who don't drive? Transportation doesn't run up there. So that was one of our biggest things that we focused on. So this year we partnered with a driving school and we had our students go and take their driving test. In my program alone, we have 8 new drivers out on the road. So be careful out there. I trust them, but they're gonna be off their phones. I grew the program from 4 students. We're at 15 students currently right now. We're hoping to, in 2025, be at full capacity at 18 and maintain 18. We have currently right now, we have, since we've actually met, since we had our meeting last 2 weeks ago, we've had 2 new graduates. So that brings our total up to 7 graduates. And we also had this year, and we're hoping to get everybody graduated this year into next year for enrollment. We've had 1 student who actually just started for the summer, but we had 2 that started, and I had the honor of teaching with them in my college science course. So we're up to 3 students who have graduated and coming on to Passaic County Community College. We are focusing on getting them the rest enrolled either here or into trade schools that align with them. Thank you.
Wait. And where did you go to college?
I went to school here. It's a full circle.
And when you were in SGA,
I was in SGA.
I believe you came before the Board of Trustees and presented.
I did. It's been a full circle.
Yeah.
The joke was on me. I was working in the medical field and I didn't think college was for me. I have severe dyslexia. and ADHD, auditory processing disorder. Didn't think college was for me. I rolled up, I think the first week of October, a little late, but the joke was on me that we've got the 12-week courses. They shot me down to the placement test in enrollment. After that, I would think it was 10 minutes late for my first class. That's the only time I've been late to class, first day. And I started there after class. I went and sold my Nintendo 64 and played for class, and I haven't looked back. Went on to master's, get my master's degree.
Basically, what our youth rights program does is 16 to 24 students that have dropped out of high school. We prepare them to get a high school diploma, get job ready, either come to school and go to work. That's what we do in our program. So we got career development, counseling, college counseling, etc. So I'm gonna talk quickly about the PASEC program now. The PASEC program is a little different than the WANAQ program. Two different populations, believe it or not, even though we're still in the same county. So on the PASEC campus, we had a big waiting list. As you can see the numbers here, our waiting list at PASEC is 73 students. 73 students. We've been trying to see how we can accommodate it. We have been in talk with the county. But again, PASEC, what do we need in PASEC? Space, of course, staffing. We don't have space right now. We're working on it, but we got 73 students. And some of the students will have been able to move it to WANAQ, but again, it's not sufficient space. So what we have done during this year at PASEC, we have serviced 33 students. 17 of them have obtained this GED. 16 of them have come to college. 11 are employed. And again, as I said, the 73 waiting list. So that's our PASEC program in a nutshell. Our youth rights program is the proud of the county. They keep saying to us, through the One Stop, we have a partnership with the One Stop. To them, everything goes through the One Stop. So we are very proud. They are very proud of our programs that we deal with. Lamont?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lamont Williams, and I'm the program coordinator for the Center for Adult Transition. I'm very grateful today to share some of the accomplishments of our program. The Center for Adult Transition, also known as CAT, was established with a clear mission in mind, aligned with PCCC, to provide inclusive, high-quality educational opportunities for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities in Passaic County. Throughout the year, our students have immersed themselves in a curriculum specifically designed in collaboration with the Culinary Arts program at PCC. I'm proud to share that, since we've been here since the spring of 2023, we have seen about 4 cohorts of students. But beyond the classroom, our students have showcased their skills at various events, including the memorable participation in one of my favorites, the WANAQ Food Truck Festival, which was actually last month, where we sold hot dogs and hamburgers, and the students got a lesson in customer service and hospitality. Our CAT's second annual mocktail party, there's no alcoholic beverages, but it's an awesome event at the WANAQ campus. And then we also implemented a job shadowing day at the Skyline Luncheonette, where the students are working with the chefs making their lunch, and they have a family style lunch. So these hand-on experiences not only sharpen their culinary talents, but also foster essential skills in customer service and teamwork. We are proud to announce that we've introduced a summer boot camp in food photography and hospitality, which we actually ran the first day yesterday, to accommodate for students who can't commit to our semester-long program. At the heart of it, our students are amazing, and they're the ones who really push the envelope with the programming. I'm also excited to share with you that we have current partnerships with Jersey Mike's, Clifton High School provides transportation for our students to get back and forth to campus. West Milford High School, Stars Ties Program, the Skyline Luncheonette, DVRS, Celtic Knot, Holiday Inn, and the list goes on. In addition, we're in communication with Buffalo Wild Wings to Go and City Green to create a job shadowing program for our students this upcoming year. So looking ahead, CAT, and what you can see with part of our strategy and our goals is to increase our community partnerships. This is where we can secure employment and also secure some job shadowing opportunities for our students. We have been approved by the state and received additional grant funding to purchase a van for our programming so that we can implement a job shadowing program for our students so they can get as much experience with us as possible. I want to, in closing, just extend my deepest gratitude to the leadership at CE, our instructors, life skill coaches, community partners for their dedication and support, because together we've created a nurturing environment where every student can thrive and achieve their full potential. Thank you.
And this program, Janet, please, you can let me know if I'm right or not. This program fall into our labs without us knowing anything about culinary arts. So it was a 6 very interesting month trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this grant to teach this population culinary arts. We
So
were
students with developmental.
and intellectual
intellectual
disabilities. So how we gonna
They're getting jobs and a great experience and socialization.
how we gonna make sure that they're okay handling knives? So our staff, we were great enough to get great staff, and they have been amazing. Again, another proud jewel of our CE. Anywhere we go in the state, and Janet, please correct me if I'm wrong, they talk about our program for the center for adult position.
Good evening. My name is Arlette Sarnouk, and I'm part of the finance and operations team at CE. Our team's role aligns with the entire CE mission because we support the whole department, and also it aligns with the PCC strategic priority to ensure the college sustainability. And some of the key factors to ensure sustainability are improved efficiency, improved effectiveness, and better quality services. Our team serves as the department's liaison and point of contact internally and externally. We collaborate with external stakeholders such as third-party payers, partners, vendors, as well as the college's finance and administration like bursar's office, purchasing department, accounts payable, HR, and payroll. Our role is also to improve the department's business practices by unifying and simplifying procedures, training staff on new processes, offering guidance on compliance and regulations, monitoring program budgets, and offer solutions when needed. We also provide valuable support to complex training programs, such as programs offered at PSA, as well as critical support to CE grant operations. Having a finance and operations team in CE is a new model. This new model was highly admired by our external reviewer, Teresita Weiser, who recently visited our campus and stated that this is the most brilliant and innovative idea for CE's operations, and she wished they had something similar. Improving effectiveness made an enormous impact on CE overall quality of service as well as staff performance. And before I end my presentation, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge our support services team. They work very hard to support our department. One of their major responsibilities is to manually register students and build classes in colleague. Here's a quick snapshot of the number of classes they built and the number of students they registered in fiscal year 23 and fiscal year 24. Thank you.
So thank you so much for listening. They only were given 2 minutes each, but it's hard to suppress passion. You can see how dedicated they are to their programming. So if you invite us back, we'll tell you about the 2 strategic priorities we didn't have time to address, which is community engagement. So I think you heard how engaged we are with our community, and also student completion. That's paramount to us. And we're hoping the new ERP, the new computer system that you approved, will help us do data analytics to find high impact processes and procedures to help our students. So thank you again for listening.
I told you you'd be impressed.
Oh, yeah, definitely impressed.
Any questions? They were pretty complete, but.
Pretty thorough, yeah.
But isn't I'm willing to bet you didn't know about some of those things that you heard about.
The ESL, it's really amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
No, a lot, I mean, all this stuff, I mean, it's just really, what a great team Janet has put together here.
Absolutely.
Interesting, the employers, you're seeing an increase in more employers coming home.
Yeah, they're interested in the soft skills, like I mentioned, which we have about 12 to 14 soft skills, customer service, leadership, coaching, even some new courses coming on mindfulness in the workplace. And just not to go on, but many years ago when I got into the business world, companies had these classes within their HR department. It was mandatory for employees to take these classes, well, some of them. And over the years, through competition, a lot of companies, got away from that due to, due to finances and things. So companies are kind of, they're starving for these type of skills.
Yeah,
And also, Microsoft courses and ESL as well.
I experienced that at Horizon for Gross Bashir. They basically cut out the training programs and all of a sudden they woke up and said, well, how are we gonna train some people that have these new skills? So,
And you heard from Jason in terms of, these, places like Jersey City, Hoboken are now coming to us for training. They can go to any, there's more than one fire academy in North Jersey, but they have chosen to come to us.
Any fire department in Passaic County that comes to the academy, they do it for free. It's been a long-standing thing that any fire department in Passaic County is free, and that's why we started to move outside of Passaic County to start
'Cause they pay.
generating revenue. They pay.
Yeah, I know the EMS thing is real great.
So EMS is,
I know that, for example, the borough of Fairlawn, they decided to pay for a cop to drive, okay? And then get an EMT to go with them. And then they got reimbursed from the insurance companies because they had to pay for the transfer.
Yes.
And that's how they.
most towns
survive.
are switching to paid on call during the day and volunteers at night. It's becoming a burden on the towns.
Well, I was in North Hill then as a councilman and we kept telling them, you better change because you're gonna have a problem. One day somebody's gonna seriously get, impacted.
Unfortunately, we've, knock on wood, we've been okay.
That's good, yeah. No, that's good.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
I knew you'd be impressed.
Yeah.
It's really something, isn't it? They're touching a lot of different lives that you guys may not have known about at this point. It's really,
Very good.
a lot going on.
Okay, still.
Yep, you'll see, significant activity, mentioned one last week, we had, the county commissioner met for the first time ever on our Passaic campus on Tuesday night, and it was great, and one or two of them said they had never been on that campus before, so it was great. We got to show them the nursing lab, the new operating rooms we've built there, and they were very impressed, and during the meeting, they said some absolutely wonderful things about the college, so it was great to have them there, and then it was great, and just a reminder, I know Stephanie's already told you, based on your feedback last month, we're not having the meetings on July 16th and August 20th, but we're having one meeting in the summer, July 30th up in Wanacue, so that's all set. Let me keep going. We've got the instructional items, termination of joint program with Rutgers University, AS degree in occupational therapy assistant. This was a program, a longstanding program we had done cooperatively with Rutgers University. Rutgers made the decision that they're not doing these programs anymore at community colleges. So we actually had notice of this several years ago, but the last students are completing the program now, which is why the termination of the program is coming to you. You've got purchases, goods and services. I don't think there's anything too complicated there. Happy to answer any questions that are in there. But I think we're in good shape there. So we're fine.
Fine, yep, there's no need for going into
There
executive
is not.
session.
I do have one.
Please.
It's just for clarification for me, for the termination of the joint program that we have, but the letter was dated 2021.
Yes.
And the program is scheduled to end 2023. However, we still have a few students that are still there. So, and this is just for me, I'm not saying anything incorrect was done. So that allows us time before we actually vote on it today, despite the fact this is 2024 and it's something that they said 2021.
Right.
And that's because we have this Gracie explanation, and that's because we still have a couple of students left.
Correct.
So now that I got that, my last thing is, I think this is a question. So they are discontinuing, however, they are looking forward to us collaborating with us with our associates program with them, their last sentence.
Well, of course they are.
So does this mean that for the program that has ended, that they had their professors here teaching? How did that work?
No, Jackie, you wanna?
We never had their professors. What the program was organized that the students would do general ed here and then pass on to Rutgers to do the specialty. I think what's happening is, we're in healthcare, we're looking at higher level degrees for employees. And I think they're going to a higher level degree, a bachelor's degree, and that's why they're just continuing the associate degree programs.
Okay, but I'm still not, it's only me.
That's okay.
Our students took their courses here, then they matriculated to Rutgers.
They took their general ed
Yes, here, and then they matriculated
Yes.
to Rutgers. Now,
It was a joint degree.
Right.
That we gave, this is one of the very few joint degrees. Dennis will tell you, every year he had to sign a few Rutgers diplomas as chair of the board, where I signed, the president of Rutgers signed, and Dennis signed, and the chair of the board of Rutgers signed. So it was a joint diploma that the students received.
okay, but the last sentence says they're looking forward to the possibility.
Well, of course they are.
But what the difference between what we have now and what they were looking for to maybe have?
So I met with the chancellor of Rutgers, New Brunswick yesterday, down in New Brunswick, and of course, they want our students. As does Montclair and William Patterson and everybody else.
Okay, so this is going to end, however, we're leaving that door wide open.
Not for the same program. It's not very wide open.
Go into psychiatric rehab.
I'm sorry, I left it right. I'm sorry.
Please.
Well, no, I was just noticing that it's for psychiatric rehab. It's a different program. It's not the
That,
occupational.
okay, now that clarifies, because I kept going back looking at the name of the major, and I was trying to see if it was the same major or not.
You're saying that program's over, but send us your students for this other
This
program.
one.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
Got
Okay, action items, resolution number 3, consent resolution. The action items are the termination of the joint program with Rutgers University, the AS degree in occupational therapy assistant, purchase of goods and services, and personnel items. We have a motion to adopt resolution number 3, consent resolution as set forth in the memoranda dated June 18, 2024.
Motion. That's Keisha Drakeford.
Second to you.
So that, Sharon.
It's okay.
Second. Okay. Roll call.
Trustee Actor.
Yes.
Trustee Drakeford. Yes. Trustee Diodene.
Yes.
Trustee Poe.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Vice Chair Tanis.
Yes.
Chairman Marco.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Are there any remarks from the public or any of the trustees want to make any comments?
I would just say one more thing, we're still working on our $20 million from the state to get reinstated in the budget. At this point, we're feeling okay about it, but we all know it's still 2 weeks until the budget is done in Trenton and anything can happen. So if you see any legislators, put in a good word for us.
Exactly. It's not over until the fat man sings. Okay, I have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Somebody has a question.
I just have a question for Dr. Rose. I know that there's a space issue in Passaic. Maybe we can talk, see how I can help with my school district if possible.
Sounds great. We will talk. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Hearing none, seeing none, I have a motion to adjourn. Roll call. I need the
Think we
motion
had
first.
Did we? I think,
I have made the motion. Drakeford made the motion.
Yeah.
And Poe seconded.
Who seconded? Hello?
Poe.
Sorry, Diana.
Thank you.
Trustee Opter.
Yes.
Trustee Drakeford.
Yes.
Trustee Diogene.
Yes.
Trustee Poe.
Diana.
Yes, sorry, yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Vice Chair Tanis.
Yes.
Chairman Martin.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night, thank you.
doing the power.
So I can't do that at home.
Yeah.